Okay. Want to do one more, different one? Who has a favorite they'd like to suggest? Autonomy is a bit colloquially awkward. I mean, we don't usually say these are people you'd really like some autonomy.
Independence?
How about choice? That's real close to autonomy. It's part of the autonomy spectrum. Okay. All right, so we're doing choice. And this is a very juicy one. Even the word is juicy, sounds juicy, choice. So we're going first now with how it feels when we're living from the energy, when it's met. Internally, externally, doesn't matter. Okay, go. Choice. Choice. Okay. We didn't sound too together on that one. Let's do that one again. I'll get about 5 seconds. Go. Choice. Okay. Again. Choice. Okay. Again. Choice. Yeah. Really. This whole country came into being and fought a war for this particular, for this one. Okay. Let's disconnect from that word and say it in a mechanical, lifeless manner. Go. Choice. Again. Choice. Again. Choice. It's interesting. I was just trying to tune in on me saying that. It's almost like I have to close. It's like I have to start contracting things or something like that. Yeah. And then when it goes to the energy one, it's always an opening up, but it's different flavors of qualities. You know, I mean, a sense of community is one thing, and a sense of, physical survival is something totally different. So let's do choice now. Disconnected. Again. Choice. Okay, now switch the button on the generator to now you're creating it. Take about 5 seconds. Go. Choice. Okay. Softly. Choice. Okay. Loudly. Choice. Rejoicefully. Choice. Okay. Very nice. Now switch it off. Lifeless. Go. Choice. Loudly. Choice. It's harder to do loudly and stay disconnected. Okay. Okay, Mari?
So when we were just doing that, when we said choice with life, I had a sense of it. I could feel the thoughtfulness behind it. And when we said choice in a deadened way, there was no thoughtfulness. It was one-dimensional at all.
All right. Yes, thank you for that. And I frequently just refer to that as mechanical.
Yeah.
It's like an automatic pilot. We're not really present. There's no being connected to it. No one's home. And a lot of empathy, unfortunately, happens like that. And so, hence our dwelling on this particular area to get us started on our week. Any other? I would be interested to hear more what you're experiencing around this right now. Yeah.
What I notice when we are connected with the aliveness of it is I feel it very much in my body and in my whole system. Yeah. And when we switch that off and we're disconnected from it, I'm like about a foot outside of my body, not actually in my body, off to the side, and there's quite a contracted feeling, and actually I would almost say more mental.
Yeah, but that's where usually
not mindful.
Mental is understandable in early stages when people are unfamiliar with and don't have the skill of identifying the need. So, I mean, if you're struggling to in other words, if your NVC tongue is not readily able to distinguish vanilla from chocolate, from strawberry, from whatever, then you're up there trying to figure it out. So this level of work probably will more naturally, one can ease into this more naturally once people have a more familiarity with the various needs. But more and more we've been introducing this right at beginning levels, even if people can't quite put it all together yet, that they understand kind of where they're going to with it. So it kind of gives a frame. Thank you for that. Yeah.
You will even introduce this very early on.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I first thought no, but now, you know, I don't know, Tove, have you worked with this at beginning levels?
Yeah, we do. We do in various ways.
Yeah.
And really point out in various ways the difference of just doing it mechanically. And that might have a value when you are practice, when you are kind of learning to find where you are inside yourself, but it won't be received the way you might want to have it received. And I'm very worried about it, because this is mainly what I see is giving NVC a bad reputation, because people try to do it and it's not, doesn't really click for the ones that they are working on, and then NVC is bullshit, more or less. So I'm really very much appreciative that Susan and Robert have worked out this process to really help us to pin it down, because we haven't done that so far. I've been around for so many years, and we just hear that it's not genuine, it's not alive, but we haven't got really the help to make it alive. As Susan said, to break it down into pieces. What is it that makes it alive?
Yeah.
And let me just add one more piece from my own experience. Being so touched by NVC when I first encountered it, but that was down here, but that spot was so tiny, and to work myself up and down from the intellectual understanding and the little source that was triggered in my whole being, it has helped me with the 4 steps. But the danger is, I think, that we stay there and we don't develop this piece that you are now offering. But I also want to acknowledge that many of us have this long pathway to take to get it to the point where you are wanting us to go now.
Yeah, and I mean, there is a real validity in the beginning levels. As teachers, if you tell people the first step is the skills, and like with all powerful, beautiful, potent things, whether that's playing the violin or creating an artistic masterpiece or being an empathy master or mistress, it does take time, and the first level is often exercises that are fairly mechanical, like scales. Like scales and chords, and painters don't just, they learn brush strokes and methods and how to make washes and this and that. So there's a lot of little bits of the nitty-gritty nuts and bolts stuff. That's fine as long as it doesn't stop there. But too often we're seeing that that's where it's ending, and we have then, mechanical giraffes, and that's disheartening.
Yeah, and I want to add a piece there, because we very often hear that you do it right or you do it wrong. That's not a feeling, that's not a need. And that becomes more important than the energy that we are coming from.
Thank you for saying that.
Yeah. And one more piece, just again to kind of put this whole little cluster together. We've long identified the need to switch from the scales and chords level of learning NVC to what we generally call natural giraffe or colloquial giraffe or street giraffe, however you want to refer to it. I think you'll find that the pathway to that, and we will have one session this week specifically on this, the pathway to that is the same as what is this pathway. When you're in the energy of it, You don't need to say, so you have a need for autonomy, to Turiya. You can say, so you just really, really love it when you're free to pick and choose as you want and to come and go as you want. That's just something that's so much a part of who you are. Now, what did I just do there? I didn't say the word autonomy. I made a word picture. So colloquial usually means, instead of saying the word need and then naming the need, that you're going to drop both of those and make a word picture in which the word choice or autonomy could appear, but it doesn't become a two-word punch. A need for blah. A need for blah. That is what people react to, especially if you're doing it over and over again. So at the level that I think most of you are at, I would highly recommend dropping the word need out altogether. You don't need the word need. You need the energy of the quality. You need the flavor of the ice cream, but you don't need the word need.